How's it going, YouTube? Coming today with another video, and today it is my birthday. I'm turning 26. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, you know. Just another year of Yu-Gi-Oh! And another year of improvement. Reflecting on my last season, I think that I did exceptionally well. This year we're going to turn that into a YCS top and win, and then we're going to run it back at Nationals. So it'll be all right. We're just going to take it one format at a time. And, you know, I think after really having a long thought about the next set and what we're really getting into, I'm just going to grind it out. And we're just going to see how it goes. It's going to be fine. I do want to celebrate my birthday today with a look back at Sky Striker. Now, I haven't really talked about this deck a lot, but it's really because we don't have Camellia yet. And that's the biggest issue. But once Camellia is in the TCG, you might see me run it back at a regional, you know? I think that it'd be a lot of fun to show up and play Striker again. But there's a lot of reasons why, and you're probably looking at my main deck right now like, what is going on here? But let me tell you, Camellia changes it all. Generic 2 effect monsters? Kinda crazy. Because Striker's biggest problem has always been, if you don't see Ray, you don't play. You know, like, that's the biggest issue. You need the starter of the deck, and if you don't have it, you kind of just lose. But now it's any 2 bodies is going to be combo. So the way to counteract that, a lot of the better builds of Striker have always been pretty heavy on hand traps. But now, instead of Imperm, I'm running Valor. One, it's good to draw off things like Phantasme and Mulchummy, but it's also really good interaction with Selene to go into things like Zeroboros or Axis Code. I really do like the fact that Valor you can also summon. If you like Nibiru your opponent and then normal summon Valor, that's also just right into your engine, right? If you have Abyssal on your board, you can normal summon a Valor. If you go like Phantasme, then Abyssal. If you go Nibiru, then Abyssal. Like, there's so many reasons to play this kind of a build where you're heavily aggro. You still have to go second, right? That's still like the crutch of the deck. But overall, I think that it's really smart to play so many bodies in the deck, especially Phantasme. You're just able to draw into more of your spells that you really need to go ahead and break the board further. But the whole point of the deck has always been just stop your opponent in their tracks and then kill them on the follow-up. I only play one Linkage. I think Linkage is absolutely terrible. I hate this card so much. If you know my theory behind Striker so far, you understand why I hate this card. But it's just one thing where this deck is such a toolbox, and you should never have a card that just auto-locks you in a Striker. I understand that it's just another way to get into Engine, but like, your engine doesn't do enough anymore, right? So like, you need to be able to branch away from the engine, but also get to engine. Yeah, I'll still play a copy of Linkage, so it's just an option in the deck. Most things in this deck should just remain as that, an option. They should never be a hard focus of the deck, because that's always been the appeal of Striker, is that you have so many cards that you can get to really quickly when you need them. So, one Shark Cannon, one Burner, you're playing the Area 0 for consistency, you're playing the Anchors just because they're Anchor and they're broken. The one roll, you don't need more than one just because if you see more than one, then you're bricking anyway. This is still one of the most heavy technical play decks out there, and it's a lot of fun to play. But I did want to reveal this list to you guys just so you get an idea about where I'm at. But I really do think that you go really heavy on monsters that are just crazy hand traps that can summon themselves, because any body is half of combo, which is actually really crazy because it's the same thing as like Fiendsmith right now when you're playing Necroquip. Any one body on board is just half combo. So I think this is really insane as far as the power level, because even Camellia, like, it's just better Hayate at that point, right? So I just replaced the one Hayate with the Camellia so you can make room in the extra deck. Playing 2 of the Charmers, I think, is always correct, because you have so many ways to get into different Charmers. The SP is solid, and then I like Zeroboros, because Zeroboros just can clear a board, right? Where you might not be able to kill, you can at least put up a Zeroboros, and that's dangerous, right? Because then you can have it point to both EMZs as well. So they kind of have to interact with you before they can really play the game, especially if they're like link heavy. even if they have to commit a body and go into like an animal or something just to be able to bait the Zeroboros effect, still pretty good, right? So I do like this list a lot, and I do think that once we get Camellia, this deck will be able to do something again, finally. But I really do want to see this deck back in the meta at some point. The list itself here is pretty clean in my opinion. I also really like Droplet, just countless interactions. If you haven't already looked at my How to Play Sky Striker guide, definitely go back through my channel. I have multiple like hour-long videos talking about this deck. It's a lot of fun. If I need to do an update, definitely let me know down below in the comment section. But this is where I'm at right now, and I'm very excited to see if we end up getting Camellia. Again, I appreciate all of you for the wonderful years that we've had on YouTube so far, and I'm looking forward to another year and even heavier grind in the next format. So if you guys are here with me and here behind me, let me know down below. And, thank you all so much for being a part of the ride. And we have another year coming up. So thank you all, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Thank you.